It's week 4. Running back rankings presented by IrvinandM.com. Writing this on Tuesday night for Wednesday's video. Expect more videos later every week for the other unit groupings like wide receiver, quarterback, and tight end. Click the playlist in the top right so you don't miss rankings and other updates. And if you're new here, this is where I take industry-leading data, Vegas sportsbooks, and expert analysis to provide you with optimal weekly rankings for the utmost accuracy when setting your weekly lineups. We have 40 running backs for week 4. Starts at 90 total yards or more projected. A tier is the 80s, B tier is about 70 yards over under, C's the 60s, and finally 50 yards or less. All right, let's not waste time. It's Jonathan Taylor. 100 over under 144 yards per game. Bijan Robinson, 100 over under 134 yards per game. CMC, 117 over under 130 yards per game. Do you see the theme? James Cook, 93 over under 118 yards per game. Derrick Henry, fumble at the most important moment. 87 over under 102 yards per game. Devon Achane, 89 over under 96 yards per game. And Saquon and Jahmyr Gibbs to round out the S tier. Barkley, 95 over under 78 yards per game. Gibbs, 82 over under 84 yards per game. Barkley and Gibbs have the toughest matchups of the week. Out of the S tier, they have the least production so far, but they are still elite. They still make the top 8. Those are the best backs for week 4 in the best position to get the most points for you. A tier begins with the rest of the elite running backs. A tier has 8 running backs, and they are projected for about 80 yards or more this week by major sports books. We'll be brief with these guys as well. You're starting one of these 16 no matter what. Bucky Irving. And we'll go Josh Jacobs, Hampton, Mason, and Kyren Williams to kick off A tier. Bucky easily takes the front. 92 over under, 93 yards per game versus Philly's soft 24th run defense. Josh Jacobs, Amari and Hampton, Mason, Kyren, they all have projections set between 77 and 82 yards, with about 73 yards per game each. Kyren's managed the most yards behind Bucky at 87, but he has the toughest matchup out of the group against the Colts' 8th best run defense. But you're not worried about these guys. All their teams are going to win their games. And what do winning teams do? Run the ball. For the next 3, to finish A tier, Chuba Hubbard, KW3, and Ashton Jeanty. It's the first sign of danger at 14, 15, and 16. Hubbard, 81 yards per game. Jeanty, 80 over under for week 4 versus the soft Chicago 26 run D. But Hubbard gets the Pats' second best run defense. KW3 faces Arizona's 4th best run D. 66 over under, only 64 yards for KW3. How do we make sense of it? Well, Walker, Jeanty are supposed to win their games, and Hubbard's the foundation of the Panthers' offense. It is what it is. Most of us will have to find our second starting running back from the B tier for week 4, and we'll kick it off with IrvinandM.com. IrvinandM.com is my company my best friend and I started in 2020. We literally make everything ourselves by hand. We have earrings, rings, necklaces, bracelets, tie clips, apparel, and more. Over a dozen curated gemstones and 100 handcrafted products. If you need a gift or something special for yourself, use the promo code in the description, find something you love, and buy it today. Now back to the video. Support me, support you. Shop at my store. Buy a hat like this one. You see this hat? Buy it. Look at this shirt. Wow. What a shirt. But if you don't like spending money and looking good, subscribe. It's free. All right, refocus. You can spin something after the video's over. Right now it's B tier and 8 more backs projected for 70 yards. Let's find our second starter to slot, and we will start it with Travis Etienne and Javonte Williams at 17 and 18. Etienne faces the league average Niners pass D this week, while Javonte gets the much tougher Green Bay third overall run defense. They both managed nearly 100 yards per game. They just aren't winning this week, but 70 yards, they should manage just fine. 68 over-under for Etienne. 66 over-under for Williams. 100 yards for Etienne. 95 yards for Williams. Not bad. If only they were in better offenses. And we'll go Dobbins, Breece Hall, and Alvin Kamara from 60 to 70 projected yards and about 78.5 yards per game for all three of these backs. They face softer matchups with Breece at Miami's 28th, Dobbins versus Bengals 21st, and Kamara at Bills 32nd league worst run defense. So what's the problem? Well, it's their scoring offenses or lack of scoring. Jets and Broncos are league average, but the Saints are 29th for points. Dobbins easily takes the front since the Bengals should lose so badly. +7 for Dobbins, but -3 for Hall and -17 for Kamara. That's very bad. The Bills are going to destroy Spencer Rattler. Next is Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, and Trey Benson. I know. What do we do with Chase Brown? I don't know. If you wanted to put Benson or Judkins ahead, I wouldn't blame you. 65 over-under, but 45 yards per game for Chase is not what we drafted him for. Bengals are terrible. Without Joe Burrow, it's not good. Judkins has been great, 83 yards per game, but he faces Detroit's 11th best this week, and they are set to lose by 9 points. So that's not good for the game script. And for Benson, I mean, we haven't seen much from him. 57 yards per game is nothing exciting, but he does have an 81 over-under against the Seattle's 7th best run D, which is kind of wild. It's supposed to be a close game with a decent score. So that's a big if they give him 3 downs, he could replace Connor in terms of fantasy, but that's a big if. Which brings us to C tier. And it's the 60s. These are Vegas's and your own. Last chance at anything respectable. There's plenty to discuss. It's your last good faith start. And at 25, it's Jaylen Warren. 79 over-under, 91 yards per game. Why is he so low? Because Pittsburgh sucks, and they don't score or win. It's that simple. He faces Minnesota this week. They are below league average against the run, but the Vikings are projected to win. This is where we're at. Poor offenses, slow, low-scoring games, rookies, and handcuffs. This is where we're getting to. At the top, we're all safe and secure and proud, and then we start getting further down and we get ashamed, disappointed, and ashamed. Cam Skattebo at 26. He was unleashed, and he didn't disappoint. The Giants disappoint, and that is the bigger issue. Skattebo will have to try and be productive while trailing by 6 points and losing, according to Vegas sportsbooks. Chargers are 9th best against the run and undefeated, so that's not good. 127 yards per game, very good. 53 over-under for Cam, not good. David Montgomery at 27. 89 yards per game, only 50 over-under. Largely skewed by his last game. It's a huge win projected against the Browns this week. So what gives? Well, the Browns are the league's #1 run defense. They've held their opponents so far this season to just 57 rushing yards total per game. Sounds scary, but in all honesty, Monty has another week like last week like the 1B from last year, he will continue to rise. Right now, he's expected to reprise his RB2 role this week, and it's hard to tell if it's because the Browns' defense or Lions' game script / offensive coordination. Tony Pollard is at 28. 65 over-under, 80 yards per game for Pollard at Houston's 16th run D, and they're going to destroy the Titans, sadly. Houston hardly scores, one of the worst, in fact, but the Titans are worse at scoring. So that's bad news for Tony Pollard times 2. Double bad. And DeAndre Swift at 29. It's a 46 over-under, 71 yards per game at the Raiders, 18th run D. They are also supposed to lose on the road in spite of scoring a lot. They don't pound the rock in the red zone, which is where DeAndre Swift has to get the ball if he wants to score you fantasy touchdowns. 71 yards per game is great, but you need a touchdown, and you're not getting it. And for the next 2 backs, we'll go with the Pats backfield at 30 and 31, Ramondre and Trevion. Obviously, Ramondre has been trusted with the bulk, but a flippening is upon us. Where it will happen, when it will begin, who knows? But for now, it's pretty shady starting either one of these guys. I mean, they face Carolina's 25th run D and are projected to win by 5.5 points with Drake May slinging the ball. Sounds exciting, but there's just not enough offense to spread it all around. And we'll finish C tier with Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Bill Merritt at 32. 40 over under, 43 yards per game at the Falcons. It's a close game. Falcons are not good, but neither are the Commanders without JD5. And he is still day-to-day with a knee injury, so that is not good. We've entered the not good, really, really, really not good. It's 50 yards or less. Don't start Nick Chubb, Ollie Gordon, Pacheco, Hunt, Nichols, Tootin, Harvey. It doesn't matter. All right. Recap. That's your top 40. I hope you have a good matchup. I hope I helped. Subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you can see all the videos each week before submitting your lineups. It's free, so it's a good value. But if you like spending money and you like looking your best, use the promo code and spend it at my store. And watch some more videos!